Satan has his way because man failed. Now we can get mad at Adam, we can get mad at Eve, but let's face it. Had it not been Adam and Eve, it would have been Cain or Abel. Somebody would have come along eventually that would have messed up paradise. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever been on a trip, youth trip, everything's going good, you're in class at school, everything's going fine and dandy, and you got one knucklehead in there that messes it up for everybody?
Amen.
I'm just saying, when one dummy opens the door for sin into a group, it's all done. Adam should have never listened to Eve, but Adam's like, oh, this is the woman that God sent me. She's got to be talking the truth. Or he's in love. The Bible says they were in love. Like I said, how you mess that up? She's the one. God created her for you. God created him for you. You can't mess that up when you know that you know that you know that that's the one. We let all kind of things come into our life. Wait a minute. And sometimes they misdirect us. Sometimes they lead us the wrong way. Because I'm telling you, I dated some girls, they like to party, they like to dance, they like to go out. And in high school, you go to parties. In college, you go to clubs. When you get older, you just marry 18 people and get divorced a bunch of times. But I'm just you know, it's the first one that comes to my head. It's like a dozen and a half or something. Anyway, all right, so you wind up just throwing yourself all around and wasting all this time. But here's the thing. Women, you know, we did the whole talk, we did that series, and that was great. But here comes summer. And you're going to have a lot of opportunities, men and women, to do things. And I'm going to tell you right now, come on, women, ladies, stand up real quick. I want every woman in here to look a guy in the eye and say, nah. Nah. Now, guys, I want you to look back at the women and say, you lying.
Terrible.
That's right. Oh, somebody getting dirty over there. Y'all sit down. Men, stand up. I used to always say this, and I listened to a service that Matt Pitt preached, and he just said the same thing. So that's just confirmation. It's just confirmation. Brothers, y'all gonna have to agree with me now. I'm just saying. Gotta have them amens. Y'all ready? There ain't nothing in the world more finer, more hotter, I don't even want to say the word, but I'm going to go out there and live and say sexier than a confident woman. Hey, thank you, brother. A woman who is confident in who she serves. I'm talking about a woman who is a Christian woman. Y'all sit down. Because Matt Penny said, I've talked to athletes, I've talked to ambassadors and politicians. He said, everybody I talk to will tell you, there ain't nothing more attractive than a Christian woman. I'm talking about a serious Christian woman. I'm talking about, oh, I'm a Christian. I'm not talking about, I love the Lord. Give me a hit, dog. Put the sauce down. I'm not talking about that kind of girl. I'm talking about a born-again child of God who does not compromise. I'm talking about a woman that don't need no guys. Or, look at them ladies. You don't need a guy's approval, opinion, or appreciation, or whatever. I'm talking about a woman who knows who she is through Christ. It don't matter if you think you big, you small, you fat, you skinny, you tall, you black, you white. All you know is that God created you with a plan and a purpose. All you know is that God created you in His image, and He saw that it was good, and that's good enough for you. And you're confident about that. There ain't nothing on the planet more attractive than a woman who knew she was created for a purpose. Nothing. You take all these girls on TV and they experience that, they're making love in Hollywood with 15 different guys and got a husband at the house and probably got more STDs than money. I'm just saying, guys, it ain't natural. That ain't the way God created us to act. And I know it looks good on TV. I know it sounds good. I know they put out the posters and the flyers and it attracts you and gets your hormones all going and all that good stuff. But the fact is, had men paid attention in the first place, we would never have a chasm, a gorge, a gap come between us and God. They saw you tonight, they sit in this room. You debate every week whether or not you'll ever come back to this church. You debate every week. Why? Because sometimes we worship a little strange. Sometimes we worship a little too far, a little hard. Sometimes we worship too long. Pastor John, she just never gets out of the way. Or sometimes that word, oh man, we don't talk about hell and all that stuff. You think about it every single week, some of you. Why? Because there's a gap between you and God. Why? Because you're not experiencing God. Why don't you experience God? Because there's a gap. What's the gap? Sin. You have things in your life. You're too in love with your flesh to tell yourself no. And that is what the world is all about. You get to go out there. Oh, I want to get drunk, so you give yourself alcohol. Oh, I want to get with a woman, so you go find yourself a girl that'll do something with you. I want a man, I want to experiment, I want to play, I want a friend with benefits. So you go out and you get your friend, you hook up with somebody you know you get benefits from. Hey, it's the truth. I've done been there, I'm not stupid. Because you're so in love with yourself, you don't have any time for a relationship with God. You allow sin, and that is man's epic failures. We allow things to come between us and God. Amen. We allow our relationship, our boyfriends and our girlfriends, they're more important than God. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you spend all day fighting with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, they're not the one. That's easy. Why? So because that's confusion. So God did not create you or plan for you to hurt so much all the time. And you choose to do that because you have free will. Somebody looks at his neighbor and say, you dumb. Why in the world do you want to be miserable every day? Why don't you find somebody that makes you happy instead of hurts you all the time? If you spend all day arguing instead of affirming, if you spend all day chewing each other out instead of, like really loving each other, you want to know what love is? Love is when you sit on the phone all night long and be like, you still there? I'm still there. I'm here. And then all you hear on the other end. What are you doing? I'm laying in the dark. Me too.
Okay, next part.
I gotta get to that.
Play next part. That's right.
Me too.
Play well.
And then there's a...
We're gonna move around.
Alright, we gotta go to bed. Alright, let's hang up. Oh, you first.
Hey, baby.
No, you first.
What are you doing?
No, you first. You first.
What are you doing?
Alright, at the same time. Bye. Bye.
Perfect.
Wait. What? I love you. I love you too. Okay, bye. Bye. You didn't hang up. You didn't hang up. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
You still there?
You're still there. That's innocence. That is pure stupidity. That is true love. Love makes you do dumb things. This don't make me sense. And I've been told y'all my story about when me and Christina started dating. We had like 15 minutes on the phone, cuz at the end of 15 minutes, I'd be like, all right, girl, I'll talk to you later, all right? Bye. Call her back. Boy, why'd you hang up? You said bye. That ain't how this works. Little diva, you don't have to learn the rules. Somebody ain't teach you what puppy loves about.
That's hilarious.
So I call my wife, look, you know I love you. I hate that. Don't you do that no more. When I say bye, you say bye, and we just sit there. Like dummies. And we waste our whole life. Okay. That's what love's about. When you really, you just infatuate with somebody and you grow from it. But guys, we skip all that. Now, we find somebody that we're completely and totally attracted to. We find somebody that might let us put our hands in places, or somebody that we're wanting to put their hands in places, or whatever. And we skip the puppy love. You go straight to benefits. You go straight to the experimentation. You go straight to the other stuff. And you cut out the best part of it. That's like just going out and getting married. You skip the engagement. You skip all the good stuff. You skip the building, the foundation. Look, I'm not saying we had to have an engagement. I enjoyed mine. So here's my thing. We let people around us influence us. And this is what I was telling you. Eve led Adam into temptation. Adam sinned. The Bible doesn't say he sinned for Adam. He made the choice. You're dating people that are leading you down the wrong road. You can blame it on them all day long, but you made the choice. You date people that make you miserable. I don't know why this became about dating. I just had to throw that out there. Enjoy the summer. Woo!
Yeah.
Say boyfriends, girlfriends, I say, hey. All right. Especially if you're home and done with tonight. Guys, look here. Pastor Scott wants the very same thing for you that God does. I want you to be happy, I want you to be loved, and I want you to be prosperous, all in His will.
Amen.
I want you to make heaven your home. But some of you have thrown away your relationship with God, and you've gone after it with a fellow man or woman. You throw away your relationship with God, and you pursue it with your friends. You spend every week. Some of you live Friday to Friday. You just wait for the next party. You have no goal in life, no aim. There's no direction in your life. Because there's no guilty feeling when you do what God's ordained you to do. There's no guilty feeling when you do things that God told you.